Hi, good afternoon. We will start soon. In the meantime, please mute your microphone during the show, please. We will record the show and upload it later to the H Network YouTube channel. Please use the chat to type your questions, and if you experience connection problems, enable low bandwidth mode and reduce video quality. Okay. Welcome all to the 24th episode of STEM Girls Talk Show, and I welcome Ms. Georgia Raichingura. Thank you so much for your participation. We are very happy and glad to have you here. Now, it is time to start. Now, I will proceed to read a brief introduction where I will explain the reason why this show is taking place and what is the project STEM Girls by H Network. Women, as we know, are no less than any men in any field. Over time, we have seen several examples of women excelling in various STEM fields and serving the society for the larger cause. We at the STEM Girls Initiative aims to groom girls with the same kind of inspiration and see at heart to excel in STEM fields and do their best. This talk show is a platform for the woman in STEM to talk to girls aspiring to excel in it. We are sure that after hearing from our guests, all the audience will be inspired to reach the stars. During this talk show, we will be conversing with a woman in the field of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. A woman who has made her mark and how now graciously taking the time to tell us about her journey and share with us her wisdom. Please, I request all of you to keep your microphones mute, and if there is any questions, please put it in the chat box so we can answer it later. Our guest today, now let me change the slide. Our guest today is Georgia Raichungura, who has a DSc in Information Technology at the Institute of Finance Management. She's a software developer at OTEX Technologies Ltd. And a passionate technology community builder. She is currently the Women Tech Maker Mentor in East Africa, Women Tech Maker Dar es Salaam Ambassador, Google Developers Group, GDG, their lead, and Facebook Developer Cycle, DEVC, their lead. Hi, madam. It is now time to start. Might we start with the questions? Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, thank you. The first thing I had like to ask you is to tell us what your field is and what got you interested in it.
So I'm a software developer. My field is information technology. What got me interested is, I think back in the days I was still in secondary school. There was this one advertisement for beer. So it was beer, the Serengeti beer. The advertisement was like clicked. It was very well arranged, very well structured, and it was exciting to watch. So that advertisement got me thinking, like, if someone could think of a beer and transform it, a beer advert, and make it look like it's an exciting advertisement. You're watching an advertisement in the TV, but you're excited. I said I want to learn IT when I get to university, so that I can learn to make our exciting advertisement like that. That's the only thing that got me interested up to date.
Thank you. I must say that as an electronic engineering student, I found your field very interesting. There are so many things to work on. Maybe I'm more like focused on hardware, but the part of software I find something that is very important in our daily life.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the second question is, how is information technology and software development related to each other?
So software, information technology is the use of data. It's the use of data, like is the storing and retrieving, the use of data to make decision, like data and information. You store them, you retrieve them, and they help you to make decision. So, but information technology, like software development, is designing, like designing software. You design, you maintain, you fix bugs. It's that process of making a specific software, a specific platform, a specific app to solve a specific problem. But information technology is like broad, like it's combination of using anything, like many things in which is related to technology, including mostly is data and information, which mostly use them to make decisions. So we can say information technology is the big picture, and when it comes to software, is a certain part, is a certain portion of information technology. It's just that's it's being specific on a certain field in information technology. Information technology is micro, and software development is a part of it within information technology. It's just one part.
Thank you. That sounds pretty interesting. And as I said before, it must have a lot of useful applications. And now, what does it mean for you to be a woman in STEM and in your sector in particular?
Um, I don't know if I've ever thought I think it's just most of the time you find yourself alone, or if you're maybe if you're a lot of number, maybe two, you can it just you're in terms of gender wise, maybe you're lonely, maybe you can say that. You can be in a group of so many men and you're just one girl, or if the number is very huge, it's just one, it's two or three. So for me, it's like you interact most of the time with men and less with women. You're just surrounded with men like most of the time. You find yourself a lot of people interact with in your field are men compared to women.
Okay, thank you. Now, like following up the previous question, in the previous episodes of our show, we have told several speakers in the field of STEM. They told us that in their fields, the percentage of male students and professionals is usually higher than the percentage of females. Would you say it's the same in your sector?
Yes, it is the same. Even from the university, the girls were, since when I was in uni, there are few girls in the classroom, like in our course. So the more you go to the employment, you can even find yourself in the whole department, you're the only lady. Maybe, yeah, if you go to the tech events, the number of ladies are few, unless it's a tech event that is just female only. Though that's the place where you find a lot of girls, but yes, it's true, the number of females is few.
Exactly, yes. In fact, some days ago, I read an article that say that engineering and computer science, two of the most lucrative STEM fields, remain heavily male dominated. Only like 21% of engineering majors and like 19% of computer science majors are women. And I think that is something that must be different now, that we must try to change. The next question is, what about when you were a student? Have you ever felt peer pressure, especially because you're a woman? If so, what advice would you give to young women who wish to study STEM subjects?
So when I was a student, I never felt like a pressure because at one time I can't really say I was pressured. It's just like it's the way when someone how someone maybe how people treat you and how maybe if they nag you because maybe because of what you're doing. I normally don't pay that much attention, but I remember there was this one time when I was training and I was still a student, and my brother would tell me, my brother would tell me all the time, like, you can be doing this. So I would show him like the project I was working on and what I've been doing. Like I was training in some certain institutions with another guy. So it was like, you can't be doing this. You can be the one who did this, and that is my brother. So what I did, the next training, I had to invite him to one of the training, and he had to be my student. And from that time, he never said anything. He was like, "Yeah, you're great." So there are sometimes you could feel the pressure just because you're a girl, but I've never felt like I have to feel the pressure because I'm a girl. It's just I can feel the pressure because I need to learn and I'm a student, not because I'm a girl. Oh yeah, that's how I look at it. But does not mean that there are no challenges, like people are looking up to you or looking up to you down because you're a woman. Those things existed. But I don't remember paying so much attention. I just pay attention to what I'm doing.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, how can you encourage girls to be more interested and be at the forefront of STEM?
They should just I know when we are like as a kid I used to do very well in mathematics and some of the ladies. So I think anything a man or a boy can do, if a woman can do too. So they should just follow their passion. There's nothing to be scared. If you love to if you love mathematics, if you can love, like, let's say, I don't know, there is cookery in school. What is the simplest subject in school, like in the lower level? Is it civics or biology? What is the most lovely subject? Can you
Well,
tell me?
I think that now of the subjects that got most interested, like girls, in my own experience, is like robotics and all the things that have something with that.
Yeah, so if the girls can, if you can love a robotic, you can also love any other science subjects. It's just you have to put some work in it and some challenge. You have to challenge yourself, because we keep challenging ourselves every day. You can just become anything you want. It's just you need practice and practice. Being a woman or being a girl does not you does not change your brain. Your brain is not different from a male brain. You just have the same brain. It's just you're different. It's just a different gender. That's it.
Thank you. Yes, when you mentioned that we have to follow our passions, instantaneously came to my mind that also because of stereotypes, usually girls have math or science anxiety since they are very little. And I think that is one of the things that stop them from continue with what they like. Like, for example, if you like math when you are little, people told you that you are not good enough and you stop trying to succeed on that field. And I think that that is one of the reasons why the gender gap is so big. I don't know what you think about it.
So I think there is an issue which parents too need to be involved or to be addressed or to address it. Like when we are young, at the lower age, as a girl, my mom would take with me to the kitchen, would go in the market, would do some shopping, and my dad would take my brother to go and make a car, to fix the car, to build the house, the things that use the engineering stuffs, uh, maybe to fix something electric short, to put the bulb, or then the engineering stuff like which are being done at home. They are dedicated as the task for boys, even at the from the home level, like from the family level. And other stuff like the domestic works, like homeworks, there are tasks like this are for girls. So I think the family, like the parents, needs to, from the young age, they need to expose their children in this, both male and female, to the engineering, simple stuff, for the simple engineering activities at home. If there is electric short, can both a girl and a boy be involved in fixing it? If there is a car to fix, if there's something needs to be, can if that thing is made, because there where you're building a child, don't we think the fear begins from that angle, from that age? Like, hey, I'm supposed to just be in the kitchen and cook, and the guy is the one supposed to fix the car and anything which has to do with electricity in the house. Or yeah, I think if we change that mindset from at the young age in the family, we'll have a lot of girls in STEM even when they grow up, because they had a good foundation from their family before they go to school.
I totally agree. I think that education starts from home, and the people who will encourage more girls are their parents.
Yep.
So, thank you so much for the previous responses and to share with us those those like facts. Now,
Thank
one
you.
of the most important questions is: do you know of any scholarship or support programs for young students offered by your institution or any other institution relating to your field?
Yes, I'm aware. There are some few scholarship I can say from Google used to be announced time after time, and yeah, I know from Google, and some from where I think ITU has two. ITU. You're aware of ITU? ITU was the long term of ITU. International. I don't know. I think ITU do that too. Google. Yeah, that's I'm aware of those two. I don't know what. Yeah, I'll keep sharing as I hear them, but I'm aware of Google. Google has some kids program and ITU.
Thank you so much. Hope everybody took some notes. And in case, well, we found something else, we will be sharing that information. Now, since you are an expert in software development, which involves designing, programming, and bug fixing or software components, we would like to ask you some questions specifically related to your field of work. First, what are the interesting projects you have worked on that can help us understand how research in developing software contributes to solving today's problems? Like, for example, malnutrition, HIV, and other diseases. And do you think women and girls are generally the most exposed to these problems?
Okay, so I think the program which I've worked on, which maybe there is one which I did as my final year project when I was at uni. It was just to deal with the farmers. Maybe that can touch on the malnutrition, maybe because food is involved. This project was you could sell. It was connecting the farmer and the sellers and the buyer in the market. Like there are farmers in the remote area and they have their harvest they need to sell. So the seller and the farmer could meet in the app and sell their products. Yeah. So in the case of HIV, you say I'll not work anything on that angle. And you asked me about if the girls are exposed to these things like malnutrition and HIV, right? Was that the
Mhm.
question?
Yes, like diseases in general.
Yeah, I think girls are exposed, yes, because I don't know, it's just the way the society looks at the girls. At the girl, it's very easy for someone to attack maybe and rape a girl. it's very easy to do that just because she's a girl. Like society is considering a female like a weak. So like that means their security is low compared to men. Just being a girl itself, your security is compromised a bit. So by that, yeah, girls are prone to many things like HIV and stuff. But yeah, for that case, let's say if a girl works at night and in the afternoon, if the girl worked afternoon alone and at night alone, they are very safe, or they may not be seen. No one will be interested to see them. No one will be interested to call them, do anything. But if a girl works at night alone, like the guys will see her. Doesn't matter she's how beautiful or ugly that girl is. So automatically they expose you to like maybe sexual insult and sexual harassment, which can lead maybe if one is raped, they can lead to HIV.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I think that with that you are saying, we must give the opportunity to most girls to join these kind of fields. From my perspective, I am from Mexico, and I think that your field is one of the fields that are growing like very very fast, and I think that there are a lot of opportunities for women in that type of subject.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, there are a lot of opportunities in this field for women, as first females are very few in this field. And if let's say like two job applications are sent in one time, and both are qualified, both a girl and a boy, all are qualified, a girl is more likely to be taken and the guy is left out. Because I've ever received so many calls from recruiters who are asking, they just want to work with a girl. Like I've worked with different developers, they are male. I think I'm tired of them. They are not well committed. I need to work with a female developer. I have so many calls of that. The recruiters believe if they work with a female, they think they confess to that females are more committed to work than male. So there is a big opportunity for ladies, for girls, if they join this field, because first of all, the number is very little, and the number is very little, and people are really looking to work with females as in this field.
Okay, thank you. Now, since the explosion of COVID-19, H has been advocating for increased protection of girls and women. What do you think are the biggest risks for girls and women during this difficult time? We would like to hear your opinion on that.
So, just like I said previously, if a girl works at night and then in the afternoon, if a girl works, let me say like if a girl works at night and a boy, the girl is at more risky. And by default, I don't know, it's just by default, maybe the world is not fair to a woman. Just being a female, your security is compromised just by some percent. So the fact that people are being locked down, like being left at home, maybe you have to stay at home. I think the girls are more exposed to the sexual harassment because maybe they'll be around at the same time. You just never know if someone, you just being at home, like being locked, like when someone being locked in one place or being around, they might be exposed to like those sexual harassments because like they are not busy or there is no movement. There is no movement. It can lead to anyone who like want to harass them. They can be harassed sexually. just because they are not busy, they are being kept in one place for all that time.
Okay, thank you. Yes, right. And I think that is very sad that one of the most biggest risks for girls are that kind of situation. So, as we know, women and girls are often the most exposed to stereotypes and discrimination. Since they are indeed the most affected, do you think that having more girls studying and working in your field and STEM in generally can be beneficial? Do you think there are certain jobs that will fit women better than men?
It depends with what kind of job is that. In my field, I don't think there is a job which fits more male and women. I think all jobs are equal. But when it comes to other fields, like I believe in like there are works which like are suit more for men than women. Let's say let's say more physical works like maybe breaking the stones, digging the holes. It does not mean that we can do. We can, but men are designed to have more masculine. They are more masculine, have more power compared to females. But in case of information technology, in case of my field, there is no job which you can say this is supposed to be done by a man and this is supposed to be done by a woman. All jobs are equal to both genders.
Okay, thank you. Another question is what job and career opportunities are there for girls and women who want to study information technology or software developing?
There's so many opportunities. You can be a software developer like me, you can be a mobile developer, you can be a graphic designer, you can be a data scientist, you can be a machine learning engineer, you can be a data analyst, you can be a system analyst, you can be a teacher, you can teach others technology, you can be a tutor, you can be a lecturer in the sector. You can just be anything you want as long as the technology is involved. There's so many opportunities for girls.
Okay, thank you so much. And yes, I am also very impressed with all the application that your field has.
Yeah.
So, the last but not least question is: was there a particular time when when the challenges were so big you wanted to give up?
I can't really say that I wanted to. I can't really think of that situation. Like there was a time when I wanted to give up because the challenges were so big. They are so big. But yeah, there are times I thought maybe I should change career. Not because the challenges are so big. It's just maybe I feel like I'm more interested. Maybe I can grow more or my passion. I have a very bigger passion in another field. Maybe I can try it compared to this field, but not because the challenge is so big and I want to give up. No, I'm just
Okay,
weighing like where is my passion? How passionate I am to do this. That's how that's how I judge things.
okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the previous responses, and hope everybody took some notes. Um, because it is very important to see today's social problems from different perspectives. Because with this, everybody will be able to do their own analysis in order to provide solutions and generate a positive impact. With this kind of programs, you can start constructing like your career path, and it is never too late or too soon to do what you like. So,
Thank you.
thank you so much.
What?
This is the, thank you so much. This is the end. I don't know if you have something to say, like a conclusion or comment. to close this talk show?
No, it was nice to have. Thank you for having me, guys. I'm Hannah. This is my first talk show. I've never been to the end of the talk show. This is my first. I hope to participate more, and I hope to share more opportunities with you guys concerning girls and anything that will happen, which will come across my eyes that will suit you as the days goes on. Thank you for having me, and thank you for supporting me. And thank you for the amazing work you're doing to the community for the girl child.
Thank you. Well, thank you again, everybody. Thanks to our guests for giving such interesting and inspiring talk show, and also sharing with us your experience as a STEM woman. This information is so valuable because there is no better advice than the one that comes from someone who has experience. So I'm also very happy and glad to be here and have done this interview. Now, I invite girls who are watching this to register to our mentoring program at our website, which I will let in the chat box, that is stem.hnetwork.org. And also, if you know someone that could be interested, please help us share our program so we can make a change together. And now I will return to the presentation. Here is a quote that says that the word female, when inserted in front of something, is always in a note of surprise. Female COO, female pilot, female surgeon, as if the gender implies surprise. One day, there won't be female leaders. There will be just leaders. By Sheryl Sandberg.
I love that quote.
Yes, I think that.
I just love that quote. We have a first female president in our country too.
Yes, yeah, I also like this. And well, this show is hosted by African Girls Empowerment Network, or H Network. Here are our focus areas. And this show is part of H STEM Girls Initiative, that is the Girls Education Focus area. Our mission in Resume is to inspire, connect, and answer. If you want to get involved, you can become a STEM girl, a mentor volunteer, a partner friend, a donor, or even an ambassador. If you want to stay connected, here's our email, Facebook, Twitter, and WhatsApp. And we also have an account on Instagram. So it is the end. Thank you so much again, Miss Georgia. It was a pleasure again.
Thank you,
It was
Gabby.
very inspiring. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabby.
Have a wonderful day. See you next episode.